All right, so today we are reviewing John Madison. He's an online fitness coach. I believe it's called Superhuman. They're doing a few mil a month. They're absolutely crushing it in the fitness space. It is niche. We'll kind of talk about their target market, why things are working. You might have seen them if you're in the fitness niche. Nonetheless, this stuff still applies to you, no matter what market you are in. Okay, so he's running 30 ads at the moment. Hope you can see that. I might just enlarge this a little more for you. Okay, maybe not. All right, so we have right off the bat, again, platforms kind of on every one. This has been running since the 13th. Let's see here, 13th, during a lot of video, it looks like, 13th. What is there? 13th, okay. So I guess maybe they're still testing it out. They're only a few weeks in. They are, it looks like, it could just be the top part. It looks like they are keeping the same copy, but just switching out the video or title, the creative. So let's get into it. So ex-NFL player, immediately, status, credibility, they're leading off with, okay? This makes it unique. Okay, so that's one thing. Boom, right off the right off the bat, ex-NFL player. Get ripped in Q4 or you don't pay. Boom. So offer first. They're offer heavy. Get ripped in Q4 or you don't pay. Okay, again, this is a very sophisticated market. Everyone's tried losing weight. Also, he is targeting business owners. Business owners do not waste time, especially his target demographic, which I think he'll probably explain here. So again, credibility, offer, get ripped, or you don't pay. If you're a man earning over 150, there you go. Qualifier. So right off the bat, we have, and if you look at it, let me refresh this real quick. If you look at it, the first thing you see, right? So this real estate here is so important. You want to jam as much stuff in there so that one, you're getting proper clicks, you're saving, you're spending your dollars wisely, but more importantly, you get rid of the tire kickers or your non-ICP. So right off the bat, again, we have credibility, social proof, offer, guarantee. If you are a man earning over 150, now if you do the math, there's a lot of individuals that are not making 150K a year. That's why his content is very direct. It's very upfront, controversial, some may say, but it's targeted to an entrepreneur business mind. That's just like, go, this. I want to get jacked. I want to get ripped. So let's just keep here. So if you are a man earning over 150 and you're ashamed of your soft and weak physique, a lot of business owners too. Now I think it's becoming more common, but a lot of business owners, they're stuck building their business. Like there's not too many now. It's becoming more common, but still, there's a lot of business owners that just neglect the body. They neglect relationships, just because they have no time because they're spending it all building the business, right? So ashamed, and again, they're using these words because it resonates, right? This is shameful, probably directed. A shame is kind of like everyone kind of feels it, but men specifically feel ashamed. Like that's one thing us men don't like, right? We don't like feeling ashamed. It's like, shit, I dropped the ball. I'm not living up to my potential, my standards. That's basically what he's going at. And the word ashamed conveys that, yet their ICP probably says that. They probably have, again, all this data, and it's like, okay, ashamed is the one word that kind of sums up what they're feeling, and your soft and weak physique. Again, it's soft. Like, being a man and his target demographic, you don't want to be called soft. Like, it doesn't resonate with us. So if you're going to call me soft and a weak physique, and I'm making 150 a year, I'm like, damn, okay, buy an ex-NFL player, and if I don't get the result, I don't pay. All right, you got me, right? So again, we have credibility, social, guarantee right up at the front there, and then boom, straight to basically your ICP, you know, if you're a man making over 150 and you're ashamed of your soft physique, I have an offer that any rational high performer can't turn down. So what he's doing here is he's starting to instill beliefs in you, right? But it's basically it's a very yes or no thing. So this is how he's starting to trap. He's trying to trap your brain. Okay, he's gonna corner you essentially. He's gonna corner your mind that the only way you can actually get fit is by agreeing with all this stuff. Ultimately, you're gonna buy his offer. So what he's saying here, I have an offer. Any rational high performer. All these entrepreneurs think they're high performers. Okay, can't turn down. So if you do turn it down, you're not a rational high performer. Okay, and that stays in the mind. That's like saying, you know, I have an offer that any individual trying to lose weight can't turn down. And again, you're cornering the prospect because if they don't want to lose weight, they have to say no to the offer. And that's just, again, cognitive bias. That's just not going to happen. You know, we start tinkering with the mind there. So that's what he's starting to do here, right? And what are they going to say? They're going to say, yeah, I'm a high performer. Okay, I continue reading, right? And then they say, I'll get you Fight Club shredded in Q4. Fight Club, you'll see everywhere in the fitness niche with men. It's like you want to be Brad Pitt in Fight Club or Troy. Like those are the kind of two body types, characters that people reference in the men's fitness niche. It's like Troy and Brad Pitt. It's not the Hulk. You know, it's not like we're going to make you look like the Hulk or we're going to make you look super slim. It's like you're going to have muscle, but, you know, it's properly placed. A lot of people like it. It's that. You will see Fight Club everywhere. Okay, and again, a lot of niches have this. Like reference points. Right? Oh, okay, we understand. Everyone understands what Fight Club is. All right, and that's kind of their thing. Fight Club shredded. In Q4 or you don't pay. Again, leads with the guarantee again. If you meet the financial requirement, it means that you are short on time. So here we're starting to qualify the individual. Okay, we're starting to qualify the individuals. We put it up here once. We put it up here twice, right? So it's like, look, we want to help you, but you may... So we're pushing away, right? We're pushing away, which is going to, what? It's going to actually get the prospect more bought in. It's like, no, I do meet the financial requirement, right? And if you don't, it's not for you, and that's why this thing's here, because if you don't meet it, you're already bounced. All right, you're short on time. A bit of urgency there. Guys, like you need a different solution to your embarrassing physique problem than other men. So if you meet the financial requirement, it means that you are short on time. Again, pushing away, adding some urgency in there. Guys, like you need a different solution to your embarrassing physique problem than other men. Okay, so basically, he's basically calling you out. And men don't like being called out. All right? You already know that your business life, this is what I was actually saying earlier. You already know that your business life has stolen your health, energy, and self-respect every time you look in the mirror. Okay? Everyone looks in the mirror when they get out of the shower. They look in the mirror in the daytime. They look in the mirror when they go to the bathroom. The mirror is a reflection of you. Obviously, it's a reflection of your habits, everything. Right? Like the mirror it's a unique object. So you have to be careful there. But what he's basically saying is, again, your business is stolen here, here, and here, and that mirror just like, God dang, you're right. Right? Like every time you look in your mirror, you wonder, is there more? Should I be doing more? Is there more potential for me? And you, deep down, you know that there is. You know, like stuff like that. Anytime you see the mirror, it's like, oh, it kind of hits. You'll see a lot of people do tend to use this line, like every time you, weight loss, right? We're in weight loss. Every time you look in the mirror, right? That stuff. And again, everyone can resonate with this. Like it's not some off thing that no one ever does. It's like everyone that's trying to lose weight looks themselves in the mirror. And if you've tried and failed to fix it half a dozen times, which we all have, from trying goofy diets, we all have, joining gyms, we all have, hiring personal trainers, lots have, even going on TRT or HRT, lots have, specifically the entrepreneurs, because they need the energy, right? And business is freaking tough. So you need the energy. And as you get older in your 30s, your T starts dropping. That's why now you're seeing a lot of people hop on peptides. It's because you need that energy. The TRT and the HRT allows you to put in those hours that you once did when you were when you're in your 20s, right? Again, he's calling it all the things we've done. Very classic. We've seen that before, right? You still see a giant softy every time you take your shirt off, right? And again, that you will see that there's a few common themes that go around in each market. All right, a lot of the markets here, fitness you will see you'll see the mirror come up a lot, right? Because they're doing that constantly. You'll see goofy diets. You'll see joining the gym. You see crash diets. You'll see all those buzzwords, and then also you will see, hey, I know you're working out, but you still look like you don't. That's this line right here. You still see a giant softy every time you take your shirt off. Everyone works their ass off, and it's difficult. It is difficult. I go to the gym, and I still think my goodness, I bust my ass off in the gym, and I still look mid as fuck, right? So a lot of people think they do work hard. Don't get me wrong, but it's tough. It is tough. It's like business. It is tough. It is hard. You think you're just spinning your tires a lot of the time, and that's this line here. This resonates specifically with their demographic, right? And again, the word softy. We don't like being called soft, right? Especially these entrepreneurs. If you're a bit of a soft, it's ooh, right? Capitalized. You still see a giant softy every time you take your shirt off. Your kids see a man who, oh, here we go, bringing in the people that we, the people in our circle that mean a lot. The kids, right? So your kids see a man who looks like he hasn't played a sport in his life, and your wife. So again, especially with this demographic, especially going with the man angle, you have to be a man. It's your kids think your kids don't look up to you, and your wife constantly is mean to you. What did they say here? Your wife would rather scold Pinterest in bed than put her hands on you, right? Now, when it comes to compliance, you have to be careful with this lingo that they're using. That's fine, because again, we can interpret what this means. But when it comes to dating offers, when it comes to fitness, you have to be careful with the lingo you're using. You have to kind of skirt a lot of words, and you have to make it not informative. You have to make the reader infer with what they're trying to say. Obviously, everyone understands what this means. So, your kids don't look up to you. They look up to your friend's father. It's oh, no. And then your wife that you've been with for 20 years would rather just lay in bed, watch Netflix, be in a completely different room than put her hands on you, right? Or you could say when was the last time this took place, whatever, this took place, and then here we go. So now we're starting to get emotional, right? You've done all this, you're a softie, your kids don't look up to you, your wife doesn't want you. I'll fix all of that easily. So here we go. Easily, ... and forever, ... easier than you think, ... Okay, so one, I can say anything's easy. Obviously, I understand losing weight is not easy. Anyone seeking help understands that the thing they're trying to get help in is not easy, because that's why they're trying to get help. So easily basically just breaks it down. You're okay, it could be easy, right? Everyone loves hearing, it's not as hard as you think. This is not rocket science. It's actually quite easy. You've been doing it wrong, right? That's what they're doing. And forever, right? So your problems are completely gone. Once you swipe that card, it's our problem, and your problem is gone, right? And then here, easier than you think. They're reinforming that they're reinforcing the easier than you think part, because this is an objection. It's as soon as I see easily, it's no, it's not. And forever, yeah, right. And then they got to say it again. Easier than you think. They're probably going to include some of that copy in here. In fact, I built a business that just landed. There you go. So, more credibility and social proof. In fact, I built a business that just landed at number, in the Inc. 5000, helping thousands of men just like you transform into men with movie star physiques and limitless energy. Right? So again, entrepreneurs, if it was just your average dad, you probably wouldn't say movie star physiques. and limitless energy. You'd probably just say, destroy the dad bod and allow you to play with your kids, right? So again, the wording is super important. So you're going to go social proof, credibility, thousands of men just like yourself that are going through these trials and tribulations I just outlined up here, right? Into men with movie star physiques and limitless energy. The Supra-Human Method maximizes efficiency and effectiveness for successful men. Again, successful men, or whoever, they're entrepreneurs, so their schedule's probably whack. That's why they need to be efficient and effective. Also, 2 words you will hear quite often in the fitness niche. Okay? It's completely tailored to your demanding lifestyle. Again, one line you will hear completely, a lot within the fitness niche. It's tailored to you because you're so different, right? Tailored to your demanding lifestyle. Yeah, it's like, yeah, I'm very different. You know, my lifestyle is completely different to everyone else. It's like, not really. We coach you on exactly what to do, when to do it, and how every step of the way. And the best part about it, here we go. Let's see what they say. The guarantee. If what we do doesn't work, you won't pay a dime. Here's the 2 requirements for this Q4 challenge. Okay, so it's a challenge. You make at least $150K annually. Again, they're coming with a qualifier, right? So they're really punching this because maybe, I don't know, maybe you read it here and you didn't think of it, or you just said, hey, I'll try, and then you started to be like, oh, wow, this is exactly for me. So they're kind of get you out of that trance. Shoot, I can't do it, and you bounce, right? So they're just filtering you out, and they keep filtering you out until they get to their true ICP. You make at least $150K annually. This is for career-driven men, and it's expensive. So they throw again, and this is key. This is very, very key. Entrepreneurs or people trying to make money understand time is more important than money. So this here, for any brokey, as soon as they hear expensive, they bounce. They're like, not for me. Even if I'm making $150K, I might still have a poor mindset. And this expensive, bounce. Right? Because their target demographic is willing. It's probably very expensive. It's probably like 20 plus. Their target demographic values their time, values the family, values the memories, experiences that they have with their loved ones over money. That's why, and they probably realize that after someone is making, over the 150. If it's like, hey, you're making $70K a month, people are still like, no, I need more because I can't have all these things that I want yet. Probably after 150, people, you know what, I'm happy with my life. Now it's just I have to kind of fix me a little bit. I have to get fit this, and this so I can actually utilize this money. And so this here is also a qualifier, the expensiveness part. Okay, this is for career-driven men. Again, if you're not career-driven, you don't resonate with this, you bounce. So career-driven, yes. I'm making 150, yes. I'm career-driven, and then it's expensive. That's, if someone's reading this, be like, yeah, that's totally fine. And their target demographic is probably thinking like, yeah, why wouldn't it be expensive? Right? You get to a point where you're just fine footing the bill. You're like, yeah, no duh, it's going to be expensive. I don't want to buy something cheap. That's their ICP, right? It's a wealthy mindset. And then you're ready to start now. Average men wait until New Year's. Winners don't wait. Again, if you're not a winner, right? So here, again, we're cornering the prospect into buying. Boom, yes. If no, you bounce. And then you're ready to start now. Again, you are building up urgency, scarcity, intent, right? And people who don't buy are going to get retargeted by one of their ads. All right, but the people who do buy, 3% of the market, they say, I believe, will buy. New Year's winners don't wait. So I'm a winner. I agree to this. I'm a winner. I don't want to, I didn't wait to start my business, right? I'm a winner. I win. Boom. I'll get you Fight Club shredded, or you don't pay a dime. Again, we're going to kind of go with the guarantee again. right? So what they're doing is that qualifier, right? And in here, you're building up emotion, you're building up intensity, you're building up desire. So what they're doing here, it's like building up desire, building up desire, building up desire, take you out of the trance, right? Because you're kind of in a trance when you're reading this copy, and it's really to you, it's directed to you. You're like, wow, this makes sense. I could really use this. Take you out of the trance. 2 requirements for now. There are 2 requirements for this challenge. Make at least 150 annually. Career driven. Expensive, perfect. That still makes sense. If it doesn't, again, you bounce. When you're ready to start now, because now they're going to offer it. So that's why this is there. This would not be at the top, right? Because it wouldn't make sense. So again, we're starting to increase emotion because I want this click, right? Unfortunately, there's not a click on this one. I want this click. There will be on other ones though. Or you don't pay a dime. LFG, John, P.S. There's nothing to lose except your soft corporate midsection and your self-respect to gain back. Again, just calling you out because these men, believe in coaches and self-development. So it's like, help me grow. So he's the one calling you out. He's the one advocating for you, essentially. Let's watch the video. Again, we have a colorful car. It sticks out. Again, color sticks out. It's a prop. Props are very valuable. Specifically, one there, I don't know what this car is, but...
Why do you not let guys who make under 150K join the fitness program?
It's very simple. What we do is expensive, and I hate wasting people's time.
You say they'll get ripped or they don't pay a dime. What does that mean exactly?
Exactly that. If they go through our program and they don't get into the best shape of their lives, I'll refund every cent.
What do you guys actually do?
We're the top online fitness coaching company in the world. We coach everyone feel like they turn back in all areas is the goal.
Kind of the same stuff, just some new stuff, okay? And that is more of an awareness ad. Am I missing something here? Guess not. All right, so this one here would be sign up. Again, they use the same copy, I believe. Yeah, it's the same copy, but now they go sign up. It's VSL. All right, straight to VSL. Again, players achieve the ultimate physique or pay nothing. Boom. Leading hard into it. I'm a fitness company in the world for high net worth men. Boom. Qualifier. Step 1. Watch the full 10-minute video to see if you qualify. Okay, so they are taking frame. They have frame. They are not dropping the frame anytime soon. They help men. They're the shit. Like it's a frame, right? So it's all see if you qualify, see if you're eligible, see, it's like any high-end brand does this. Like Rolex, it's, or whoever, Patek Philippe, it's like you get on our waiting list. See if you, see if you qualify, see if you're eligible. All that type of language, all they're doing is just holding frame. They're making it more valuable. And now, again, what you're doing is you're essentially just pushing it away a little bit. You're not being so, you don't have like the brand isn't screaming scarcity, they're screaming abundance. And what does that do? That drives more people to you. So when he says here, see if you qualify, right? He's not saying buy now. He's like, I don't want your money. I don't need your money. Just see if you will qualify. We'll start there, right? Apply now, bada. Okay. How long is this?
I'm John Madsen, creator of Superhuman Inc., the #1 on...
Right. Again, props, we have a suit, purple, he looks sharp. You can see the muscle, it's well fitted. You have the watch down here.
Fitness coaching company in the United States. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you how we've helped over 6,000 soft and...
So 10 minutes could be, number one, it could be really 10 minutes, or he's just saying 10 minutes because he's like, I need time to say this stuff. But once you're hooked, again, you're in a bit of a train. You won't really look to the time.
Out of shape, financially successful men slash 20, 30, 40, and even 50 pounds of fat off their mediocre bodies. If you're not a high net worth businessman or executive, or a man who makes it the...
Right, so again, it's an alignment. It's in alignment with the ads, which you need. Okay, so that's kind of what he's saying there.
So you're the guy that everyone in the fitness industry is talking about who gets men completely ripped, but they have to make at least $150,000 a year. My question is, don't you think that's kind of douchey to not want to help everyone?
Yes, that's me, but there's a reason for the requirement. If I ran an ad and opened it up for everybody, we couldn't possibly give each client.
Right. Okay. So justification, but it's probably a question they get a lot. It's like, dude, why 150? You know, one, obviously, because he can keep margins high. He can keep the price point high. So you have a bit of justification there when he's explaining it. Now, that is, everyone that justifies these things, justification, it's going to come in like, our team can't handle it. So if you really want to see results, if you really want to do this thing once and for all, for good, and not look back, you have to pay, or you have to be of this status, because our team is so small. You know, it's too small. We can't handle everybody.
The attention that we do, and we wouldn't get the results that we get. The program is the most expensive fitness program there is. We're the #1 performance nutrition coaching company.
Right, so there you go. He just said it. And he probably, you know, he dives deeper into it, justifying the price, right? So once you justify, justify why it's a price point, then you go into explaining logically, hey, it's because we're top tier. We do it this way. Our facility holds XXX. We do YYY differently from any other thing. If you're looking for a cookie cutter approach, go down the road. That's not us here. You know, we get real results for entrepreneurs, you know, all this stuff.
In the world, and over the past 14 years, we've transformed over 4,000 men and are disgusted by what they see.
So why do your wife might never
Right, and those questions again are just common objections. They're doing it, but they're doing
say
it like a pod style video.
she cares, and maybe she's let herself go too, but believe me,
and you think it's a normal conversation. It's not. It's just objections.
She absolutely wants a man that can not only...
Right, so again, these dialogues are coming off conversational, but it's very intentional, obviously, and it's just things either their ICP's thinking or people around them are thinking, okay? That's all they're doing. They keep the same thing. Boom, 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 boom.
That's the question I get asked most. What does making $150K a year have to do with getting a shredded six-pack? Poor people can't get fit, John. And why is your Get Fight Club Shredded or Pay Nothing Challenge only available to high earners? This lights people up in the comment sections of all my ads. Listen.
Right. And here again, this is the counter argument. You're throwing rocks, you know, and ultimately, John does not give a damn if you can't afford it. Right? So he really doesn't care. He really doesn't care. All he's doing is kind of just justifying it for his ICP.
Listen, getting shredded has absolutely nothing to do with how much money you make.
You probably get a less refund rate. And 150, again, 150 is this arbitrary number that they came up with. 150 is because if they probably went any higher, depending, if they probably went any higher, their pool of people to target would be substantially smaller, right? Like how many people, again, do the math, how many people in the US or North America are making 150 and are making above that, right? You're almost in the 1% at that point. So your pool becomes a lot smaller, and they're probably not there yet as a company. So they're like, hey, 150, our ICP is probably, you know, around this range. Below 150, we start getting a lot of DQs. Above 150, it's a little hard to target them, and we don't get mass market. So the 150 mark is this cool little thing, and they just stuck with it. Again, the held frame. They stuck with it, and now they're just justifying the 150. The 150 probably just like spin the wheel. Oh, 150, let's go with it, right? Or my other suggestion, which was it's that line in the sand that you have enough people, but also they're not DQ'd, right? It's that fine little spot.
You've seen jack guys in prison and a bunch of rich guys driving their Ferraris who roll out of the car because of their gut. Guys can get fitness information for free everywhere, but that doesn't change the fact it's help. Yeah. Our system is complete.
Classic stuff. You know, classic stuff you would hear in the fitness industry.
You make 150 grand a year, but at your son's pool party, his friends ask, why doesn't your dad take his shirt off in the pool? Your kid shrug.
Different angles, right? So those angles were kind of objections. So why is it the 150? This is, hey, your kids don't look up to you. You know, that one hits.
If you're pulling in over 250 grand a year and you're still skipping out on summer events or pool days because deep down you're embarrassed to take your shirt off, let me be real with you. Your problem's not discipline, it's that you've never had a game plan.
Okay, so prop, right? Big house, right? This
If
is
you're
nice.
pulling in over
Obviously, jack guys gotta be jacked. Necklace,
250 grand a year and you're still skipping out on summer events
right? Boom. Within the first, I guess, 3 seconds, right? You have transition, keeps my attention.
or pool days because deep down you're
Boom,
embarrassed
back.
to take your shirt off, let me be real with you. Your problem's not discipline, it's that you've never had a game plan for your body that actually works with your insane schedule. You don't
Credibility as well here, showing the audience.
that actually
Status is huge for men, right? This is status here. Everyone wants to
works with your insane schedule. You don't need a 25-year-old personal trainer to motivate you to lift weights and eat chicken. You need something that fits your world, not some cookie cutter plan built for.
Right, again, you'll hear that a lot.
This is what Jared looked like before he went through our superhuman program.
Meeting with the testimonial. So yeah, we're 30 minutes in. I say we stop it there. Just to reiterate, and again, these September 23rd. So it's only been live for a week. And they're going to test it out. This stuff here, September 13th, same copy. Right, same copy, just different videos. So they're trying stuff out. Seeing what angles, what videos stick. Here again, props, right? All these nice cars. You want to be like me, you make 150, buy my course.
If you're pulling in over 250 grand a year and you're still skipping out on summer events and.
Right, so again, the hooks. So these bodies are all the same. Okay, watch this. These bodies are all the same, other than that one. Oh, maybe actually.
If you didn't notice, he's an amputee without a leg. He was completely out of shape and was headed for blame. Your neighbor.
All right, but these are probably the same. That one's different. This is probably the same here. All you're gonna do is you're
pulling in over 250 grand a year and you're still skipping out on summer events or pool days.
Right, you're still skipping out on summer events.
You make 150 grand a year, but at your son's pool party, his friends ask,
right?
why doesn't your dad take his shirt off in the pool? Your kids shrug.
Okay, we've seen, let's see here.
I get asked most. What?
No, that one's that one. That one's a little different. Again, a lot of people, what they do is they just swap the hooks.
If you're pulling in over 250 grand
Because a lot of people don't watch past the first
a year
3
and
to
you're
5
still
seconds.
skipping out on summer events and pool days because deep down you're embarrassed to take your shirt off, let me be real with you. Your problem's not discipline.
Right, okay, so they're
It's that
just
you've never
doing the same script and then boom, to the same
had a
thing.
game plan for your body that actually works with your insane work schedule. You don't need a 25-year.
Right, he's just changing, again, he's changing the scenery, but they're keeping with the script. So let's stop it there. Some things to note, again, there are phrases, there are certain sentences that are used in each market. Some are unique. Some try to, obviously the more unique, the better. But again, you'll see a lot of mirror. You'll see a lot of, obviously, the pain points, common thing, credibility, social proof they're leading with. Really understanding their ICP, just like you should in any market that you're targeting. And then, understanding what angles, testing, and more testing. All right, so that's kind of the fitness stuff. Again, they are crushing it, so they're doing something right. If you have any questions, put them down below, but I'll see you tomorrow.